this video, I will be rebuilding the Denver Broncos without Russell Wilson. If you've been living under a rock and you haven't seen the news, they decided that they're going to bench Russell Wilson for the last 2 games of the regular season, and they're going to start Jarrett Stidham. For the sake of this video, I'm just going to straight up release Russell Wilson. I don't think that anybody's going to want to try to trade for him because he's going to be owed a lot of money. It says right here, if I release him, that I'm going to incur a penalty of $82 million. I'm going to go ahead and do it, take the hit. We're going to go 3 years into this rebuild and see what we can do without him. Stidham's going to be my starter for now, but I'm going to go ahead and check out free agency and see if we can get us another quarterback, probably just as a backup though, since we only have 1 quarterback on the roster now. Looking at the draft class, we do have 5 quarterbacks that are projected to go in the first round. 2 of them are supposed to go top 5, so we're going to be focusing on quarterback and trying to draft one of those guys for sure. Probably end up having a pretty bad record, so we should have a top pick. Checking out the rest of the roster right now, we have 2 pretty good running backs here in Williams and Pirine. We got Sutton, Patrick, Judy, and Mims Jr. at wide receiver, so we're pretty healthy at wide receiver. Offensive line isn't the worst ever. I did move Cam Fleming over to left guard because the starter was this dude Wattenberg, 63 overall, so at least we get a little bit of upgrade here right away. Tight end, we got Dolchich, 74 overall, star dev. How old is this guy? 23? All right, he's going to be our starting tight end for the rest of this rebuild for sure. Defensively, we have a lot of normal dev dudes all across this. We got Jackson at safety. Pretty sure that he's getting up there in age. He's 35. Yeah, it's going to be his last season on the team. We got Cooper, Jewell, Singleton, Browning. Simmons, one of the best safeties in the NFL. He's 91 overall with superstar. Patrick Surtain's a 97 X Factor, one of the best corners in the NFL. We got Moreau, 77 overall, and we got Moss, so we need to do something about corner. We got Zach Allen at defensive end, and then defensive tackle and defensive end is not looking very good at all, so definitely going to be focusing on defense after we get our quarterback. Probably going to end up switching to a 4-3, or I guess I can stick with the 3-4 defense that they have right now and try to change the playbooks up. I think the Ravens' defensive playbook is a 3-4, and they always have a really good defense. I'm going to go ahead and start Drew Sanders at middle linebacker. He's a 72 overall with hidden dev. He's 21 years old, and Singleton, he's only a 75 overall with normal dev, and he's already like 29 years old. So we're going to be going out with the old and with the new, trying to get younger, better, and faster on this defense out here. Also, Tim Patrick, he's 29 years old, 80 overall with star dev, so I'm going to go ahead and bump Mims up, make him the 3rd receiver, and also going to start him in the slot and see if we can get him to develop pretty quickly. I'm going to stick with the default multiple power run on offense. It's an 87% scheme fit. I did switch the defense from, I think it was like a 3-4 storm. Yeah, it's only 69%. I'm going to a 3-4, base 3-4 for 91%. I'm still going to go with the Denver default playbooks on offense and defense for this first year, and we'll see if we need to change from there. Looking at players available to re-sign, we have negative $30 million in cap space since I cut Russell Wilson, so we're not going to be able to do anything. The only thing that's really going to be important is making sure I pick up the 5th-year option on Patrick Surtain at the end of the season. At the midseason point, we are 4-3. I don't understand how we're winning so many games with such a crappy quarterback, but I guess that's just Madden simulation for you. We are 3rd in the division though. The Chiefs are 6-1, Chargers are 4-2, and the Raiders are 3-4. Here in week 10, we're 4-4. We have a breakout opportunity for a linebacker, so I'm going to check that out and see what it's for. It's going to be for Jonathan Cooper. Hold the Bills to less than 250 yards, or get Jonathan Cooper 1 interception, force fumble, tackle for loss, or sack. We did lose to the Bills 21-10, but let's see if we ended up getting this. That wasn't the elite performance I was hoping for, so yeah, we did not get that. I'm looking at my focus scouting, and I get to pick 3 guys to focus on, and I already have 3 of the quarterbacks 100% scouted, and apparently they're not very good. This guy's supposed to be top 5. He's actually a true 2nd to 3rd rounder. Another top 5, he's a true 1st to 2nd rounder, so I guess that's not terrible. Another guy was supposed to be 1st rounder, but he's projected 1st to 2nd. I'm definitely going to focus on this quarterback right here, and then I'm going to go through and pick 2 other guys. This cornerback right here, he's a zone guy, but he does have B-man coverage. I got him 95% scouted already because cornerback is like a strong suit for this draft, so I've been focusing on that, and also we could use more corners. So I think this guy's probably gonna end up being pretty good. Anytime that someone has a strength in like he's a zone guy, but he has B-man coverage, that means he's going to be pretty good overall, most likely. For the 3rd focus scouting, I'm going to use this corner, Brandon Rogers. He's a man-to-man scheme fit, and once again, he has B zone coverage on top of having A-man coverage, so he's probably going to be awesome as well. End of the regular season, we finished 6-11, so I'm definitely happy with that outcome, trying to get those high draft picks. It looks like we got a weekly award here. Let's see who won it. Jarrett Stidham, the quarterback. Of course he would. 4 passing touchdowns, 270 yards. Checking out the season stats, we had the 30th ranked offense, That's not good at all. Defense 31st, so yeah, we were pretty bad on offense and defense completely. Jarrett Stidham had 3,500 yards passing, 20 touchdowns, 13 interceptions, 62% completion with the 89 rating. Terrible season by him. Javonte Williams, not a bad season, 1,000 yards, 4.1 per carry with 13 touchdowns. That's pretty awesome, actually. Receiving, Cortland Sutton had 1,000 yards, 3 touchdowns. The rookie Marvin Mims had 729 yards, 6 touchdowns. Jerry Jeudy, almost 700 yards with 3 touchdowns. Tight end Dolchich had 600 yards with 3 touchdowns. Defensively, Jewell led the team in tackles with 131, and Alex Singleton had 100 for some reason. What happened to my boy Drew Sanders? I had him starting at middle linebacker. Guess the computer moved the depth chart around. Only had 38 tackles. TFL's Jonathan Cooper had 12 along with DJ Jones, so they had the most sacks. Jonathan Cooper 7.5. Baron Browning had 7. Zach Allen had 5. DJ Jones had 4. Interceptions, the middle linebacker Jewell, he had a season, 131 tackles, 2.5 sacks with 3 interceptions, led the team. Surtain had 2 interceptions, Simmons had 2, and Fabian Monroe had 1. The Chiefs beat the Cowboys in the Super Bowl 28-23. Patrick Mahomes won Super Bowl MVP. Dak Prescott won MVP of the regular season with the Cowboys. Arthur Smith won Coach of the Year with the Falcons. Isaiah Pacheco won Offensive Player of the Year with the Chiefs. Dang, he must have had a crazy season. Micah Parsons won Defensive Player of the Year with the Cowboys. Rasheed Rice won Offensive Rookie of the Year with the Chiefs, and Devin Witherspoon won Defensive Rookie of the Year with the Seahawks. I was curious what Isaiah Pacheco did to win Offensive Player of the Year, and he had 1,300 yards, 4.8 per carry with 18 touchdowns. I mean, that's good and everything, but I don't think that's like amazing. Pacheco had also 583 yards receiving with 4 touchdowns. I mean, that's an awesome season for running back, but I don't know if that's Offensive Player of the Year. Patrick Mahomes had 4,700 yards with 41 touchdowns, only 5 interceptions. I think that should be Offensive Player of the Year. I have negative $8 million in cap room. I'm going to go ahead and accept the option for Patrick Surtain. He's already a 98 overall with X Factor. I'm going to go through and look at the contracts and see if there's anywhere we can free up some cap space going into free agency. Looking at the team salaries, DJ Jones, he's 29 years old. He's a 74 overall. He only has 1 year left on a 3-year deal. I'm going to go ahead and cut him. It's going to free up $10 million in cap space. Also, I'm going to go ahead and release Tim Patrick. He's 30 years old, 80 overall, in the last year of a 4-year deal. It's basically going to free up $10 million. Going to go ahead and cut him. We need to try to free up some cap space. I'm also going to restructure Cortland Sutton's deal. Says I'm going to free up $6 million in cap space this season, so might as well just get a little bit of extra cash. So we were at negative $8 million in cap room, and now we have $18 million in cap room. Got us a little bit of wiggle room. I think I'm going to try to bring Lloyd Cushenberry back at center. He's only 26 years old, 78 overall, normal dev. Went out from a 2-year deal. It doesn't look like he's very interested, but I'm going to try. He's coming back. I'll take it. We got $11 million left. Josie Jewell at middle linebacker. I'm going to go ahead and try to offer him. See what he says. He's coming back. Nice. He led the team in tackles. He had a pretty good season altogether. So I've only got $4.5 million left. I think I'm just going to go to free agency now. Not like I'm going to be able to spend any money anyways. This is what the team was looking like before free agency. Basically on offense, we just need a quarterback. Everything else is looking pretty solid. We got 3 receivers. We got Mims still. He only has star dev, but I mean, it's better than normal dev. So we're going to draft us a quarterback, hopefully. Defensively, we need to do a lot here. We need a defensive tackle, defensive end. We need another corner. We need another safety. I think I'm going to actually go ahead and just release Singleton all the way together. That way we can just make Sanders the starter automatically. We don't have to worry about the computer messing with it. Cooper did jump up to star dev. He was normal dev, so that's good to see. I'm releasing Alex Singleton. It's going to free up $3.65 million in cap space. Defensive tackle Mike Purcell did retire after 9 years. In free agency, I only had enough money to sign this defensive tackle Derek Nottie. He's 76 overall, 28 years old. He has normal dev. He's a scheme fit. Got him on a 1-year deal. We only have $730,000 left in cap space, so I'm tapped out. Looking at the private workouts right before the draft starts, and this one quarterback, he's actually a true top 5 talent. He's only projected to go first round instead of top 5, so maybe he'll be able to fall to us. I don't know exactly what pick we have. I haven't looked at it yet, but we're for sure going to get a quarterback. Also, that one cornerback I was talking about before, he's his own guy. He has B-man coverage. He got him 100% scouted. He's a true top 5 guy. Probably won't be able to get him, but he's an interesting player though. Here in the first round of the draft, I'm setting at pick number 5 with the Lions. We have pick number 9, and I've been simulating each pick 1 by 1, and so far no quarterback has been drafted yet, so I'm going to keep on going. Hopefully no one drafts a quarterback. And there's another defensive player going. All right, the guy that we want, his last name is Gannon. I forgot what his first name is. Fitzpatrick went to the Vikings. That's fine. That's not Gannon. All right, Bears, do not pick a quarterback. Ooh, one pick away. Come on. Who are they picking? We get our guy. All right, let's make our selection right now. This is the guy we want, Lance Gannon from Stanford. He's 6'3", 229 pounds. He's a strong arm. Projected first round. He's a true top 5, 100% scouted. I haven't looked at this guy at all. He's 22 years old. He has poor acceleration, decent agility, solid change of direction, decent jump and marginal speed. So he's a terrible athlete, but he does have elite strength and elite throw power. Those are very important whenever you're a quarterback in the NFL. He has A, awareness, B, break sack, A, injury, B, play action, B, deep accuracy, A, medium accuracy, B, short accuracy, C, throw on the run, A, under pressure, and C, trucking. He only has normal dev, and he's a true top 5. He has 96 throw power, so he has a pretty strong arm, 75 speed. Hopefully he's like an 80 overall. He's a true top 5 guy. He should be way up there. In the third round now, we did not have a second round pick. I'm going to draft this defensive tackle, Al Singleton from South Carolina. He's 6'5", 294 pounds. He's a speed rusher, projected 3rd to 4th rounder. Only have him 50% scouted. We know for sure that he has a finesse move. He's 23 years old. He does have elite acceleration with elite speed, solid strength, great change of direction. He had the fastest 40-yard dash with the 4.6. He has B awareness, A finesse moves, B play rec, C power moves. He's got hidden dead with 85 strength and 81 speed for a dude that's 6'5", 294 pounds. Freaking crazy. And probably end up moving him to defensive end. In the 4th round, I'm going to draft this outside linebacker, Casey Stevens from West Virginia. He's 6 foot, 232 pounds. He's a run stopper, so I'll move him to middle linebacker. He's a day 3 projected, 50% scouted. 23 years old, but he does have elite acceleration, good change of direction, good speed, good strength. He has A hit power and A tackle, so that's pretty good for a linebacker. He only has normal dev with 79 strength, 83 speed. I simulated the rest of the draft. The quarterback we drafted, he is a 77 overall, so I'll take that for a pretty good overall. I was hoping it's going to be probably at least 80, but that's fine. He has 96 throw power, 79 deep, 81 medium, 79 short, 78 awareness, 78 throw on the run, 76 play action, 82 under the pressure, and 79 break sack with 75 speed. So I think it's going to be pretty good overall. Defensive tackle I drafted in the 3rd round. He's a 71 overall. He does have hidden dev, 23 years old, 85 strength. He has 78 finesse moves with 76 tackle, 85 acceleration, 81 speed. The rest of the guys, not really worth talking about. Check out the entire NFL draft recap. Number 1 pick, right tackle, 74 overall. See what the highest on the whole draft is. We got 5 guys that are 77 overall, and one of them is a quarterback that we drafted. That cornerback, Casey Hewitt, that I had scouted, he's a 77 overall. A running back in the 2nd round, a running back in the 4th round, and then the other cornerback that I had scouted, he's a 77 overall as well. We're making a lot of changes here on the schemes and playbooks. I'm going with the West Coast power run on offense. It's Kansas City's offense playbook, and then defensively, we're still with the 3-4, but I'm changing to the Baltimore Ravens 3-4 defensive playbook. The starting lineup for the 2nd season, we got Gannon at quarterback, the rookie, 78 overall. Normal dev, we got Williams at running back, Sutton, Mims, and Judy at wide receivers. So we got pretty much the same offensive line here. Tight end, we got Dolchich, 75 overall star dev. Defensively, we brought in Nandi at D tackle. That other D tackle I drafted and moved him to defensive end. He's gonna be starting 71 overall with hidden dev. Sertan's at 99 with X factor. Unfortunately, the other cornerback slots are not looking so great. Also, we have a weakness at strong safety, but we're out of cash. We don't have any money left. Simmons is 89 with superstar. We got Browning and Cooper as our pass rushing outside linebackers, and we got Sanders and Jewell starting for us at middle linebacker. The strength of this auto-generated draft class is supposed to be cornerbacks, so I'm going to be focusing on that. I'm also going to be looking at defensive tackle, corners and safeties, and then corners, because we need help at cornerback, safety, defensive tackle. We won the first game of the season, 44-41 against the Cardinals in a shootout. We got a weekly award here. Let's see who won it. Rookie quarterback Gannon, 400 yards, passed him with 4 touchdowns. He did get sacked twice. He threw 1 interception. In week 2, we won again, 31-21. I was setting up my scouts, and we have another weekly award here. Let's see who won. Gannon won again 2 weeks in a row. 309 yards passing with 3 touchdowns. Got sacked 1 time, so he's off to a great start for the rookie. Players available to re-sign. We got $112 million in cap space, so I guess all that Russell Wilson money is finally gone. Javonte Williams probably gonna end up trying to bring him back. Also, this right guard Quinn Miners. I'm not sure how you pronounce that. Jerry Jeudy definitely gonna try to bring him back. Justin Simmons probably wait till the end of the season on him. Since he's 30 years old, he might regress a little bit, but I will try to bring him back. Baron Browning, probably try to bring him back as well. Jonathan Cooper, I might just let him walk. He wants a 5-year deal for $69 million. Yeah, no thanks, buddy. Stearns, probably let him walk. Probably end up letting the rest of these dudes go. Garrett Bowles, I'll probably try to bring him back. So I'm gonna go through here and offer these dudes some deals and let y'all know who I got. I got Javonte Williams on a 4-year deal. Jerry Jeudy signed a 3-year deal. Got left tackle Garrett Bowles on a 1-year deal. At the midseason point, we are 3-3. Pretty much everybody in our division is 3-3, or they're 3-4. The Raiders are 2-4, so it's anyone's division at this point. We had a breakout opportunity for outside linebacker Baron Brown. Let's see if he got it. Oh, he got it. Dev trade upgrade for Baron Brown. He's up to superstar after I just signed him to a deal. End of the regular season, we finished 8-9. We missed the playoffs. The Chiefs went 10-7. The Chargers went 8-9, and the Raiders went 5-12. See what happened with the season stats here. We had the 4th ranked offense. I like to see that. Defensively, what are we looking at? 32nd. Yeah, we had the worst defense in the NFL, man. Lance Gannon, the rookie quarterback, 4,700 yards passing, 34 touchdowns, 14 interceptions, 69% completion with a 101 rating. Pretty good rookie season by him. Javonte Williams had 913 yards, 4.6 per carry with 12 touchdowns. Receiving, the tight end had almost 100 catches for 1,100 yards and 15 touchdowns. Marvin Mims, almost 80 catches, 1,100 yards with 11 touchdowns. Jerry Jeudy almost had 1,000 yards with 1 touchdown. Cortland Sutton, almost 1,000 yards with 7 touchdowns. Offense is looking pretty good. Defensively, Joel had the most tackles with 125. Drew Sanders had 103. TFL, Zach Allen had 19. The rookie defensive end, Al Singleton had 15. Nandi had 14. Drew Sanders had 12. Sacks, Al Singleton, the rookie, led us with 6. Man, we need to get us some better pass rushers or something. Zach Allen had 4. Benito had 4. Baron Browning had 3.5. Interceptions, the middle linebacker Drew Sanders had 4. Joel had 3. Simmons had 3. Surtain and McMillan had 2. Stearns and Mathis both had 1. The Eagles beat the Bills in the Super Bowl 31-20. Jalen Hurts won Super Bowl MVP. Dak Prescott won MVP of the regular season with the Cowboys. Nick Sirianni won Coach of the Year with the Eagles. Lamar Jackson won Offensive Player of the Year with the Ravens. Micah Parsons won Defensive Player of the Year with the Cowboys. And man, I was hoping that our quarterback Lance Gannon would have won Offensive Rookie of the Year, but unfortunately Quincy Meadows, the Bills wide receiver, how the heck did Lance Gannon not win that? He had a crazy season for a rookie quarterback. I want to go look at Quincy Meadows for the Bills and see what his stats are looking like. Quincy Meadows, the rookie wide receiver, he had 77 catches for 1,000 yards and 14 touchdowns. I mean, that's a pretty good season for a wide receiver, no doubt, but I don't know, man. I'm unsure about that. We have $74 million in cap space. I'm going to re-sign Quinn again. I'm going to try to anyways. And Justin Simmons, I'm going to try to re-sign him. Baron Browning, I thought I had signed him to a 3-year deal, but I guess it didn't go through. That was my bad. Jonathan Cooper, I'm just going to let him walk. I don't know if you noticed, but they both say that they're playing defensive end position now because I switched to a 4-3 defense. That 3-4 just wasn't cutting it for us. Free safety Justin Simmons decided to sign a 3-year deal. I did try to sign Quinn Miners, however you say his last name. He decided that he didn't want to come back to the team, so I'll probably end up trying to franchise tag him, possibly. Go ahead and try to get Brown in real quick. So we offered him a 3-year deal, and he turned it down. Let's go with this player-friendly deal and see what he says. What happened? What the heck? It just went through real fast. I guess he decided not to sign, so we can only franchise tag one of these guys. Well, I'm definitely want to franchise tag Quinn for $18 million. Man, that's pretty steep, but I'm gonna do it. So we got $40 million left in cap space. This is what the team was looking like before free agency. Gannon's up to star dev. Let's see, how did he get up to star dev? Let's check out the progression history. Development trait increase during Super Bowl week. It doesn't say why, I just gave it to him. Okay, cool. Mims jumped up to superstar dev. Nice. Dolchich jumped up to superstar dev. I mean, the offense is just still looking pretty good overall. Defense is where we need to, man, we got the 32nd ranked defense. That's why I'm switching to a 4-3. It just seems to do better in simulation than a 3-4. As you can see, we have no defensive ends. We got Nick Bonito, he's our best pass rusher. Sanders is going to be our middle linebacker. We still have Jewel, but he's injured right now. He's going to end up playing one of the outside linebacker spots. We definitely need a safety, and we definitely need at least one corner, if not two. So let's see what we can do in free agency. I was able to sign DJ Reed Jr. at cornerback. He's an 86 overall. He only has normal dev, but I got him on a 1-year deal. Also got Matthew Judon and Baron Browning's coming back. They're both going to be our pass rushing defensive ends. Got 12 million left in cap space, so there's not really anyone that I want to get. Here in the first round of the draft, we have pick number 14, and we got a no-brainer pick here. Cornerback Quincy Dobbins from Louisville. He's 6'1", 186 pounds, man-to-man scheme fit. He's projected to go first round. I got him 100% scouted. He's a true top 5 talent. He is 23 years old. He has great acceleration, great agility, good change of direction, solid speed, solid jumping, good strength. But we know for sure that he has A man coverage, B zone coverage. He has B catching, B hit power, A press. He's got hidden dev, speeds 90, 85 jumping. Second round, we have another corner right here on the top. I have 100% scout. He's a true first round talent. His name is Joel Davidson, Florida State, 5'10", 201 pounds, man-to-man scheme fit. 22 years old. He has great agility, great acceleration, good change of direction, good jumping, elite speed with great strength. Might end up having to move this dude to safety. He's got A block shed, B catching, C hit power. He's got B man coverage and B zone coverage with B tackle. He's got hidden dead with 95 speed. Dude is fast. Third round, I'm going to draft this defensive end, Tavares Calhoun from Clemson. He's 6'1", 256 pounds. He's a speed rusher. Only got him 50% scouted. 22 years old. He has great acceleration, great change of direction, great jumping, good speed. Know for sure he has B finesse moves and B tackle. He's got normal dead with 81 speed, 86 acceleration. I simulated the rest of the picks and looking at the draft recap, the cornerback we drafted in the first round, he's at 76 overall. That's a good pick right there. He has hidden dev, 90 speed. He has 81 man coverage and 78 zone coverage, 60 for his tackle. Then the cornerback in the second round, he's a 75 overall, so that's a great pick as well. Hidden dev, 22 years old, 95 speed, 76 man coverage, 74 zone coverage with 62 tackle. The rest of these guys, not really worth talking about. Let's check out the rest of the NFL draft recap. Number 1 overall pick, defensive end, 73 overall. Number 2 overall pick, a 72 overall defensive end. Highest in the whole class is a cornerback, 79 overall. That went in the first round. 77 overall cornerback. So yeah, this is a pretty strong cornerback class in general. A running back, 76 overall. There's a few guys here that got drafted in the second round that are like 76, 75. Just starting lineup for the third and final season of the rebuild. Gannon's up to 83 overall. Williams is at 89. Sutton's at 86. Mims is at 82. Judy's at 85. Offensive line is still pretty much been the same dudes the entire time. Well, it has been the exact same dudes. Dolchich at 78 with superstar. Defensively, we made a lot of changes here. We switched to a 4-3. We brought in Matthew Judon. We drafted Singleton last season. We brought Browning back in free agency. We signed Reed Jr. in free agency. Surtain is still on the team, but he's injured for 1 week right now. So that means that the rookies are going to get a lot of playing time this first week. I did end up moving Riley Moss to strong safety because he's 4 overall better than Skinner. So I got Jewel and Sanders, and then Simmons is 89 with superstar Dell. I think this is the best defense that we've had so far in the rebuild, and that's really not saying much. I switched the defensive scheme to a 4-3. As y'all saw, we're at 71% right now, and I went with the Buffalo Bills 4-3 defense because they were just in the Super Bowl and they lost to the Eagles, so that means their defense is proven in my opinion. At the midseason point, we are 5-1, off to a great start, leading our division. The Raiders are 5-2, the Chiefs are 4-3, and the Chargers are 3-4. End of the regular season, we went 12-5, and we got a first round bye week in the playoffs. Freaking awesome. Chiefs went 11-6, the Raiders went 10-7, the Chargers went 6-11, so the division itself is pretty competitive altogether. Check out the season stats. We had the 6th ranked offense. Lance Gannon led the entire NFL in passing yards with 4,600, and 3rd ranked defense. Man, defense finally coming together. Gannon had 4,600 yards passing, 39 touchdowns, only 9 interceptions, 72% completion with the 113 rating. Great season by him. Williams had 1,100 yards, 4.0 per carry with 22 touchdowns. Freaking awesome. Receiving, Jerry Jeudy had almost 100 catches, 1,100 yards, 6 touchdowns. Tight end Dolchich had 1,000 yards, 13 touchdowns. Marvin Mims had 900 yards, 9 touchdowns. Cortland Sutton 900 yards with 7 touchdowns. Jewell led the team in tackles with 112. Sanders had 98. Tackles for loss, Baron Browning had 13 and Singleton had 12. Judon had 10. Judon led the team in sacks with 16.5. We finally got some sack production here in this 4-3 defense. I'm telling you, 4-3 defense does way better than Madden simulation. Al Singleton, the defensive tackle, had 11.5 sacks. Heck yeah. Baron Browning finally got us a 10-sack season. Zach Allen had 6.5. Interceptions, Surtain had 4. Sanders had 3. Riley Moss at safety got 3 for us. DJ Reed Jr. got 2. Simmons got 2. And the rookie Dobbins had 1. We're going to be playing against the 11-6 Kansas City Chiefs division rival. We also have the Jaguars against the Colts. On the other side, we have the Falcons against the Buccaneers, and then the 49ers against the Panthers. We managed to squeak by and get a win against the Kansas City Chiefs 28-24. We're going to be playing against the 11-6 Indianapolis Colts in the AFC Championship game. They beat the Dolphins 34-28, then they beat the Jaguars 30-24. On the other side, we have the 49ers against the Buccaneers in the NFC Championship. We ended up losing to the Colts 31-17. Anthony Richardson had a game. Dang, he had 3 touchdowns, a 152 rating. Lance Gannon only had 195 with 1 touchdown. Rushing yards, Jonathan Taylor, man, he's a beast. He had 7.6 yards per carry with 152 yards rushing and a touchdown. The Buccaneers ended up beating the Colts in the Super Bowl 20-3, and Jordan Love won Super Bowl MVP with the Buccaneers. Joe Burrow won MVP of the regular season with the Bengals. Arthur Smith won Coach of the Year with the Falcons. Lamar Jackson won Offensive Player of the Year with the Ravens. Myles Garrett won Defensive Player of the Year with the Browns. This is what the final team is looking like. This offense is starting to get really nasty for real. Gannon jumped up to superstar div. Dolchich went up to X Factor at tight end. He's an 85 overall. Williams is a 93. Sutton is our lowest overall wide receiver. Now he dropped down to 85 overall. Judy's up to 88. I think overall this offense is, man, they're getting really nasty for real. Defensively, I'm seeing a lot more normal devs once again. Judon dropped down. Moss is up to a 77 at strong safety. Surtain's a 99 X Factor. Those 2 rookie corners both only had star dev. And then Simmons is 88 with superstar dev. Sanders is up to 81 with star dev. And the defense came together for us in the final season. I think we had a pretty good plan the whole way through. The first season pretty much just try to tank and get a high draft pick. Drafted Gannon. Second season trying to figure out the playbooks. In the third season we made it all the way to the AFC Championship game and lost to the Colts. That's gonna be it for the video. If y'all like what y'all saw, please subscribe to the channel, hit the like button, say something down in the comments. What other rebuild videos do y'all want to see? I appreciate everyone for watching, and I'll see y'all in the next one. Peace.